Hello, and thank you for sharing with us as we journey with Jesus to the cross. That Passion Week of Jesus, which began on Sunday with the triumphal entry into the temple, continued on Monday with the cleansing of the temple. Jesus and his disciples returned to Jerusalem from Bethany, where they stayed each night at the home of Lazarus and his sisters. As they approached the city, Jesus saw a fig tree that had no figs on it, and the gospel writers tell us that Jesus condemned the fig tree because it was fruitless. The gospels show us that Jesus did this as an object lesson for his disciples. When Jesus entered the city through the temple gate, he observed the sellers and money changers in the temple complex, and he proceeded to drive them out. Jesus' condemnation of the sellers was not that they were buying and selling, because they were providing a service in doing that. But Jesus disrupted their practices because of their dishonesty and their larceny. They were not serving people in the Lord's house, they were cheating them. And so Luke tells us that Jesus said, "My house shall be a house of prayer, but you have made it a robber's den." As most other pilgrims did that week, Jesus and his disciples returned regularly to the temple complex. Luke also reports, and he was teaching daily in the temple, but the chief priests and the scribes and the leading men among the people were trying to destroy him. And they could not find anything that they might do, for all the people were hanging on to every word he said. Jesus willingly exposed himself to the threat of the religious leaders so that he could share his message of hope and salvation with the multitudes who gathered there. The scribes, the Pharisees, the Herodians, and the Sadducees were already opposed to Jesus. After Jesus overturned the booths of Annas, as they were called in the temple, these groups began challenging Jesus by what authority he was teaching and performing the miracles they had witnessed. Now, Annas was the retired high priest and well known among the religious leaders and well connected in the city. In fact, he assigned the position or the office of high priest to his son-in-law, Caiaphas, because Annas wanted to run the booths, and he found it more profitable to sell the sacrifices than to offer them. Paul reminds us that we too are the temple of the Holy Spirit. If we gave Jesus a triumphal entry into our lives, what is there that Jesus would want to cleanse in us? I thank you for tuning in on this Monday. I hope you'll join us tomorrow as once again we continue our journey with Jesus. God bless you today.